Hi, welcome back to Reflection of Terminus, Campaign 1, Session 12, where all of us hate our dads. And it is true. Thank you.
You are not wrong.
Really aren't.
We really aren't. If we look at character backstory 1, hates their dad. Character backstory 2, hates their dad. Character backstory 3, oh, your dad got eaten by owlbears. This one's dad's
Oh
dead.
my god.
Let's see.
I'm dadless.
Yeah, didn't have a dad. And this one just sucked their dad in the face. So, hi, welcome back to Reflection.
He deserved it.
That is true. I really do think it's kind of true.
I enjoy the idea of like the rest of us are all just kind of standing here at the docks as Winter runs away and just like, huh. Well, that just fucking happened now, didn't it?
Yeah, and then Winter goes up, socks a random guy, and then just takes off.
So what just happened? All right. So what's gonna happen is I am going to 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. I'm gonna roll a d6, and someone's gonna tell us what happened last time. I think I'm gonna skip 4s because Vada can't tell us what happened last time. I think we're gonna skip 4s because Vada can't tell us what happened last time. We're gonna skip 4s because Vada. No, that was a joke.
I would have laughed if it went on 4 times.
Yeah, right.
Nope, not the
Do your
league
best,
brain rot.
Buffy.
Not the league brain rot coming back in. Anyways, Erevan, what happened last time?
Oh, it's my turn?
It is your turn.
Okay.
Finally, you get to our note taker.
Finally.
Time on
Here's the
JoJo's
paper
Bizarre
rustling.
Adventure.
So happy I'm not the note taker for once.
I think we landed on Sheer like 5 times in the past week. I don't remember.
I've done 2 in the past little bit, but you know.
Yeah, I don't remember.
It's mostly ends up being Hubris and Sheer.
Yeah.
I've done my time.
The dice do pick on Hubris and Sheer.
Mm.
All right.
I
Erevan.
always get the easy ones for we beat somebody up. Congrats.
Also, Hiya. Hi.
Hiya.
And we're back we're on this screen now.
Whoa.
I didn't get into
So-
combat at the end of last session, so I think that combat tracker looks good.
Anyways, so last time we stopped back at Thockwin's place after witnessing a brutal murder or the aftermath of a brutal murder. And some tensions rising. And yeah, planned to pretty much investigate the murder the next day. Hubris stayed behind because he wanted to be with his baby mama while the rest of us left and got ourselves some rooms. Erevan shared a bit of his history with Winter over drinks. Had a brief chat with Velkin about, well, shit, we're here.
Yeah, not a lot of much anything.
Yeah. Also did a little bit of lore dumping on Sheer. Next morning, prayers were had, and Winter got past the dialogue block. Had a bit of a vision. And interestingly, Erevan also got an answer from Kellamvor as he prayed for his dead friend. With some cryptic warning that was not well understood.
Mm-hmm.
With some cryptic bullshit, you mean?
As gods usually do. Gods and their cryptic bullshit.
Yep. Breakfast was had, the party left to start doing their investigation. And by investigation, I mean mostly everyone was kind of fumbling around while Sheer and Velkin actually did the legwork.
Hey, those leading checks does mean that you are attempting to help.
Listen. We all have a very low in score.
That is very
You know,
true, and you tried investigating.
In hindsight, you would probably do more helping if you just stood there and watched.
It is true.
Well,
We rolled ones. Vada rolled 2 ones in a row, and she wasn't even here.
Right?
That sounds about right, though, honestly.
You also forgot the part where Winter met their dad.
And then punched him in the face.
Yep.
oh, I was getting to that.
So
Hey,
utterly crap.
sequence of events, man. Sequence of events.
Right.
Yeah.
The recap's still on the stack.
How dare you ruin this recap?
Yeah. We did a lot of wandering around and talking last time.
There was a lot of information learned, like how that the Hunter's Bane was made by this Cyrell guy. There were 2 separate factions. One that was pretty much a murder cult, and the other just mercenary vigilantes, I suppose, is the best way to put it. As we continued our investigations, Erevan got almost abducted, because we were asking about the Hunter's Bane out in the open, and someone didn't like that.
Correct.
And Winter was like, hands off my tiefling, get your own.
Yes, Winter was like that. Met with the not murderous faction of Blood Hunters in a very shady building.
Not any less temperamental, though.
Not any less temperamental.
They are still kind of like, hey, we don't really like you. We're a group of vigilantes, and you're asking about our stuff out in the open. It's like, hey, bud. Hey, bud. Tensions are high already, and you can't be doing all that.
Pretty much learned that Winter has a radar function for Cyrell and Blood Hunters after Winter kinda metaphorically exploded.
I'm not sure if that's much of a metaphor, actually.
So, using this newfound knowledge, we went around, found Cyrell. Winter went up, recognized the eyes, punched him in the face, and was like, I'm out of here.
That's about what happened.
Was it necessary? No. Did they want to really badly? Yes.
So badly.
Cat, I swear to God, if you keep attacking my feet, I'm going to kick you out.
But the
All right.
feetsies are so vulnerable.
Hold on 1 second. I got to kick a cat out.
Cats like toes.
Oh, I just realized my door doesn't close fully. That's fine.
Oops.
This is fine.
Okay.
Uh,
Yep, that happened. All of that happened. So, setting the stage, Cyrell just got punched in the face. And Winter has just left. It's a very funny image of this, just the tensions, and then because the session was over and you had to like actually stew in it, it's like, well, what just happened? But getting you back into this, Cyrell was just punched in the face. So let me reshare Cyrell's portrait, because that is very important, and also so that people in the player view can see it. Boop.
So goddamn attractive.
Yeah, I saw the portrait and I was like, I am not supposed to think this is cute or hot or anything like that.
Too bad.
You would be correct in that assumption.
As that happens, Velkin just fucking chuckles at him and is like, well, didn't you just have that one coming?
Yeah.
I'll go check on her. Enjoy your father issues. Oh, I guess I have them as well, but hey, winner, wait up.
I should also go after them.
No.
I think you should maybe explain a little bit to us first. Give them a little bit of time to process what the fuck just happened.
Roll persuasion. Whoever is attempting to convince Cyrell to speak to you about their issues.
Just a second. I'm gonna use my last one of those. Oh, that's Slayer's Fury, not fucking Memories of Past Life. Oops, daisies. Wrong button.
True. That is true, Winter. 16. I'm gonna dynamic DC this. You see them initially hesitant to open up to you because they seem almost a little rattled, unconventionally for someone of their conviction. They did just see, I guess, spoiler tag. They did just see their daughter that they thought was dead, so. I need some time to think. Apologies if I'm not open to spill the beans, so to speak, immediately to someone that I've just met, a stranger.
Well, I'm pretty sure at this point, at least, who else is all here, by the way, before I speak words?
I imagine we're all here, right?
Currently,
Everyone but
Except
Winter and Hubris.
Winter and Hubris have left.
Yeah. So,
Hubris is going to follow Winter to make sure that they don't presumably die in the dock ward, which is
Or kill someone.
Yeah.
that too.
I mean, meeting six strangers is a bit stressful. So
Yeah. In any case, and aside from myself, I've only known them for just a little bit, but these three are a little bit more familiar with, or definitely a lot more familiar with Winter than you are at this point.
Who are you pointing to?
The
Oh,
rest
everyone
of
else.
the party.
Right. I was about to
Gestures
say-
broadly.
I'm here too.
Yes, hi, Scorb.
Hi.
Yes, hello, Scorb.
Hi. I'm scored.
I guess
He says to Cyrell, nice to meet you. Well, if you have nothing left for me,
I have an extra grind.
Oh no, we have plenty for you. We actually need to talk to you, but if you need some time before, we have to hunt you down, talk to you, get a proper conversation. I mean, we can wait if need be, but we prefer not to have more dead bodies on our hands. So whenever is convenient for you, really.
you bring up the mention of dead bodies, and they something not really lights up in their face, but they're kind of just like almost a look of worry kind of reflects on their face, almost as if they don't really understand what you were talking about. Dead bodies, what are you talking about?
Oh, some whole prophecy that was given to Winter, and we're the people here to help them out. That was some job given to her by her god. We were told to come here, potentially find you. Yeah, there's a whole bag of things that we gotta unpack. But if you need time to, get a breather out, we can come back tomorrow and then talk to the guy again, saying that, we heard about Hunter's Bay, just so we can get a hold of you again. I mean, if that's convenient for you, that's something we can do. If not, then we can go ahead and, go up to a local tavern, get a private room, have a proper conversation, maybe a meal.
Yeah.
You trying to strong
mutant-
arm me?
The mutant blood hunters and
No, it's just the
Office of the
truth.
Dead
I'm
Breed.
just little peeved that apparently I wasn't the only one that was abandoned as a child.
Mm-hmm.
He
And
looks.
I kind of feel bad for Winter because apparently my mother, which I met for the first time today, and even though they are still technically a stranger to me, at least greeted me with open arms. Winter didn't exactly have that full luxury on her side or their side of things.
He closes his eyes and takes a deep exhale. My reasoning for my decisions will come to fruition in time. It was not a decision that I wanted to make.
But it was a decision you did make. And that's on you.
How easy it is to criticize someone's decisions when you don't know the weight of them.
No, I think I do. I have about 20 or so children back home that I had to leave. So,
Yeah.
Really?
I think on my side, it's about 20-fold worse.
Really?
Yeah, he's got a little bit. He's a bit of an expert on the topic.
Really?
You ever watch your home burn down with your family inside of it?
I sense the pot calling the kettle black. Leaving your children behind.
Yeah.
And you have any of the audacity to criticize me for my decisions that you don't know the weight of.
Well, do tell.
That's the point of us being here.
God, I just looked at what.
Damn it!
So as I said, if you want to take your time, you can, but we're kind of on a time crunch here with a lich.
Yeah, you got the dead three and all the factions of the blood hunters running around. We don't exactly have too terribly much time to worry about the personal squabbles between you two.
So let me get this straight. Your group, including Winter, or Andri, or Winter as they like to be called now, come up to me, punch me in the face, and then attempt to strong-arm me into giving you information. No. You haven't given me a good enough reason to give you the information you seek.
So you're content to just let a bunch of crazed blood hunters shouting your name going around murdering people, including someone I had left behind and probably that.
Let's go ahead and put it like this, then. The information we need is information that can help you. And seeing as we've already gotten in a fight with these blood hunters, they're probably looking for us, your daughter included. So you can either help us help you, or there can be a lot of blood on the streets. And honestly, I just found out I have a mother and a little brother today. I don't want that to... Yesterday, sorry. Found out I have a mother and a little brother yesterday. And I would really rather not have them walk through roads of red. Or have my friend with their head on a pike. You know, your daughter.
He closes his eyes and takes another deep exhale. I'm gonna give you another chance to roll persuasion.
I'm rolling persuasion?
Whoever.
Somebody else do it this time. I'm out of bonuses.
Oh, okay.
Damn!
Yo.
Vada's aura just gives the just exudes.
I'm imagining Vada just like standing there, just staring at him like,
The arms crossed.
tell us no. I dare you. I guess that's more
Vada
intimidation.
is giving
but
a death
still.
glare. Full death glare. Arms crossed. Kind of like, you know, when you see the tiny little chihuahua barking and then there's the big scary dog behind it just death staring, it's that.
I would rather not speak about it in the open.
Good. Pick a building.
On one condition. Winter needs to hear the story.
I mean, entire group needs to hear the story, so entire group tends to be there. Whether you get punched in the face by them again, that's between the two of you.
Hubers and Winter have fucked off somewhere.
All right.
Let's see about going to find one of them. And I swear to God, if you're not back here when whoever goes gets back, I will break your kneecaps.
You'll find me right here. Truly, I have no reason to leave.
You were really about it a couple minutes ago. Anyway.
Glad we were able to convince you.
Anyway,
Everyone in
find our
Waterdeep
party
seems
members.
temperamental. All right.
Right?
And that was a GM. That was a GM comment. All right. As y'all attempt to go search for Winter, we cut over to Winter. Hey, Winter, you're walking.
I'm walking as far away as possible.
You're walking as far away as possible. Winter, let me just let me get this.
How many
Cool.
decibels and how many city blocks can we yell?
So, Winter, as you are walking, almost zoning out of rage, the scenery around you seems to shift. You find yourself, the scenery shifting, fading out of the bustling city streets. The dirty dock ward begins snowing. You find yourself in this scene. You see the same scene as before, but you are watching as a bystander as you see yourself in your mother's arms and you see Cyrell, scarf blowing behind his back. You look at your hands and you find you are in this scene. Not literally, but you are watching from another point of view. You watch the scene as you've seen it many times before, and you get a good look at yourself. Your hair is brown.
Huh.
It's that start of winter snow where it's all full of dirt.
So I'm not sure if I even have the intelligence enough to realize that's me.
I mean, you would understand. You would
Okay.
understand it's you. I'm not gonna make you roll a check for it. You would understand it's you because you've seen this vision before. You were in the POV. You would understand it's you.
You were in the cutscene.
Yeah.
I'm in the cutscene again.
You see this happening, and you see what's the breaths? Your breaths visible in the cold.
Fog.
And you know that feeling whenever you take a breath in the cold and you can see it because of how cold it is? You see that from both Cyrell, your mother and yourself. You see this happen, you see your mother fall, and then you hear yourself crying out because you are a child in this moment. Before that cry is eventually silenced and you see yourself stop breathing.
Huh.
And then you hear, as you see this scene and you see Cyrell walk off, the setting begins to shift. The snow begins to melt a crimson red, as if it was blood. You see Cyrell stare at you, and then you hear a voice in the back of your head. Do you want this man dead? Do you wish this man harm? Winter.
I don't really wish anybody harm, but I did punch him in the face, and now I feel better.
Good. Good.
Also, who are you?
You do not need to know who I am. Rather, capture those feelings. You feel the same sort of energized feeling you felt before in those conflicts. Winter, roll a wisdom save.
25.
25. You are able, it feels like, to resist whatever this is that is compelling you to act in this, in an unreasonably violent way. You see an image of your father, you hear a distorted laugh from what feels like his voice, but you are able to recognize that this is a fabrication that is being created by something in your head. Don't you want to rip his arms from his torso?
That sounds gross.
Don't you want to tear his skull from his body?
That also sounds gross.
In time, you will understand.
Do you want to do this to that man? You're just trying to make me do it? Because, I don't think that's gonna happen, bud.
You'll cave in due time. Farewell, Winter. As you see the blood begin to evaporate and this pitch darkness, you hear the cackling maniacal screams. They begin to fade out as the bustling city streets begins to fade back in. Hubris, you see Winter was simply staring, almost blankly, spaced out, as you are able to find them. They were spaced out for what seems like a couple of minutes.
I'll just stand right next to them. Not uncomfortably close, but close enough that when they unspace out, they'll notice I'm there. And I'll just let them have their moment. I ain't shaking me out of this if they don't want to be shaken out of this.
Winter, you're back.
Oh, hi, Hubris.
Hey,
Up.
you kind of spaced out there like I did a little bit ago when I saw good old what's his fuck threaten my family and that sort of thing. I thought I'd let you
Oh, is that what that
yeah.
was?
Well, yeah, it happened to me a little bit. I'm not sure if he came to you as well
I
to threaten
had
you,
some
but
weird voice. Winter then tries to imitate said voice.
You
And,
hear a almost a petty attempt at like a scraggly yeah, you hear that
Yeah,
from
that.
Winter.
Being like, kill your dad.
oh yeah, okay. Do you want to talk about anything? And listen, I get father issues. Being a father now, I think I have the right to say that. Maybe I don't know. If you want to
Well,
talk, it's fine.
At this point, there's nothing really to talk about. It's he left me and my mom to die in the snow, and
That's kind of fucked up.
it's kind of fucked up. It's very fucked up. So, he's not my father. He's just a man. So, yeah, nothing to do with me. He can live his life.
Huh, that's fair enough. Not gonna say forgive him immediately. Not gonna say forgive him at all. I'm just gonna say take some time. Maybe listen to what he has to say, because apparently we need information from him. I don't know. I was with my son at the time, but
I'm sure the others have that covered. There's a thing. Every time I get close to one of these blood hunters, I get so angry. And I don't want that anger to take me over.
well, I could, try and soothe that anger if you want.
Ow.
Oh, like this. And I cast Prestidigitation, and
There it
I'm
is.
going to make it feel like Winter has been tickled.
Honestly, that would just piss them off.
He's fucking.
That
He's
okay?
got
That
some
doesn't
on
work.
with it.
Don't touch me!
I'm not touching you. I promise I'm not. I could fart on them. You want me to fart on them like this? And I just.
Fucking
Is
gross.
there a blood hunter
Why?
nearby?
Why?
What do you? Oh, someone's doing drag races outside.
Yeah.
I can't even. Where am I?
Yeah, what are you?
Where are we?
Y'all are in the city somewhere. Y'all are in
Well,
the.
I could just
y'all are in the dockwork.
make it so that they smell a fart. That's and retribution a little bit, but
We should have a code word for when I'm starting to get really angry and violent.
I think that code word is you trying to throw a punch, but maybe
I mean, like
Maybe-
before that happens.
that's kind of probably better. I can also just message you in your head if you got that as well. This is a little cantrip. I'm not sure if you got that, but I could point my finger towards you and go, and I cast message, and I say, and I say banana, just directly into Winter's
Banana.
head without saying anything. Yeah.
Okay. Perfect.
You get
That better?
You get bananaed. You get nannered.
I get nannered.
You get nannered. How do you feel about getting nannered, Winter?
I'm fine with it.
You get nannered.
So,
Okay. Fine. I guess
you're right.
you're right. Also, where's our party?
I think they went to go talk to him.
Hmm.
I don't know. Did you want to go back? You ready to go back, or did you want to leave for the day? Have a sit a spell, think
I
on it a little
will.
bit, enumerate.
I'll go back, but I'm not talking to him.
It'd be so hilarious. We all leave to go find.
As
Winter
your,
and show up first.
would you like to enlist my services as a solicitor? I can speak for you if you wish.
Sure. Great. Fantastic.
No worries, I'm pretty good with words.
All right.
All right.
Well, lead the way.
Cool. And I and I go to put my hand on your head, but I kind of stopped,
Nope,
remembering
nope.
last time.
No. Nope.
Don't like. Okay. All right.
So,
At least I asked.
very, very, very leading question. How close to their head do you get? Actually, this is a question for both of you. How close to their head do you get before Winter ducks?
Well, the first time I was kind of close. This time I was just like, I go to, but I have my hand up. Like,
Okay.
And I pat your head.
Okay.
Like I'm.
No, you may
they're
not.
Okay, that's fine.
It's nothing against you personally. I just really don't like being touched.
That's fair enough. Let's go.
By the power of sheer convenience, you find the party.
Yay!
At that awkward note, I cast prestidigitation to make a whoopee cushion sound effect, and then I start walking towards where I was.
Gotcha. So Hubris is not eating at that inn anymore. Got it.
Well,
I wasn't even eating at the inn. I was at
He wasn't at the inn
backwards.
with us.
Yeah, no, okay. You're not eating anything from your lady friend's house anymore.
Hi, Winter. You okay?
I'm fine.
Neat.
I want to inside.
We managed to strong arm his ass into talking.
It's player role play, so y'all just roll insight and then Winter determine if they know anything.
I choose to fail.
Winter, do they know anything?
Yeah, I'm obviously still upset.
I will be speaking as their solicitor in this endeavor.
That's probably for the best, but I don't know how well Cyrell's gonna take it, considering they were adamant about Winter being present.
Well, I feel like as long
I will
as
be
she's...
present. I will not be speaking with him.
Yeah.
Fair enough.
So, I feel like he would understand this. Maybe we just go see him now, get it over and done with.
Yeah.
They're waiting where we found them.
Yeah.
Okay.
Before he decides to go home.
Before you get there, I'm gonna roll a D100 to see if something happens.
Oh,
Okay,
no,
You can
I'll
choose to
send
have
you
it
out
happen or
to
not.
No, I'm rolling. The die I roll dice in this dice game. Anyways, go on.
Alright, so I guess we'll just go over there.
And we walk.
And y'all walk.
Yeah,
And we're walking. We're walking.
Walking at a
and we're walking.
Walking at a decent pace, mayhaps. All right.
At a leisurely accord. You know,
At
you know how that's going.
A leisurely walk. A gingerly stroll. You make it over there. And
Yeah.
you see
Before nightfall.
that Cyrell.
A dead body.
You see Cyrell. Bum bum, bum bum, bum bum. Is still there. He's still there. He looks very bored.
I don't have to break your kneecaps.
Yeah.
Excuse me, sir. Hello, yes. Hi.
Yeah.
Now, Cyrell, correct? Sorry, I wasn't here for introductions.
Correct.
I believe you're familiar with you having been married before. I believe you're familiar with the Salon treatment. The Winter's gonna. They're not in a talking mood. I will be talking for them. So please do share what you wanted to share, and they will elaborate through me
We're still in the middle
at
of
this current time.
One of his stipulations was find a quiet place.
Yeah.
Come with me. He will lead y'all. So after about 10 minutes of walking, I presume this is probably the most awkward walk of all time.
100%.
This is genuinely like driving. This is like driving your girlfriend back home after a breakup, kind of walk. Like it's that kind.
Sheer just has the biggest smile on his face, and his head is just like, "Oh yeah, I managed to convince one." Not knowing Vada basically just like leaned over from behind him and just glared out.
I'm imagining it's that one, that one meme of like that guy, but half of his face is obscured in black, and it's like, why is this man so angry? I'm just imagining it's Vada. I'm just imagining it's Vada right next to to Sheer, and it's like, oh yeah, I finally was able to convince, and it's like Vada right next to him, and it's like something
This
like
one.
that.
It's
There's
the
a different
Undertaker
one that
standing
I
behind
had.
Shaggy.
There's a different one that I had in mind, but yeah. Let me just a second. I can't find it. Anyways, this is literally the most awkward walk. He takes out a key ring. He unlocks the door of a house, and you see a
He's gonna come get him.
fairly run-down house. You see not a portrait, but you see kind of a sketched picture, because they didn't have cameras back in this day. You see a sketched picture of what seems to be a family with who seems to be Cyrell, a mother, and a newborn in her arms.
Oh.
Well, aren't you the sentimental type? Although you could work a little bit on your interior decorating.
Don't question.
got a
that
kitchen?
interior decor.
He glares at Velkin. Velkin. Yes, I have a kitchen.
Perfect. I'm gonna go use it.
Cool.
I enjoy the idea of this edgy motherfucker just being like, cool. It's just so out of place, like.
It is. He's an edgy motherfucker, but like he also has like blank responses that he uses whenever he's just like, okay.
Oh, so it's a family trait. Got it.
It's hereditary.
Yeah. This is my home. So, You wish to hear my story?
Amongst other things.
Just sheer from the kitchen, like mouthful of food. Yeah, we're here to hear we're here to listen to your story.
Are you raiding my fridge?
No, I'm cooking.
What's
I'm
a
eating.
fridge?
I'm eating what I brought in. Why would I raid your fridge? That's rude.
Is Sheer raiding his fridge? Because he doesn't have
No,
much.
Sheer is actually cooking his own food and just.
Because I was gonna say
just actually using his kitchen.
he has the divorced dad fridge.
Oh god.
Oh no,
What's a fridge, Cove?
Sheer
You know-
was
What's a
one
fridge?
icebox.
You know, I realized at that moment fridges don't exist in the medieval era. He has an icebox. He has the divorced dad icebox. He has.
Where's he getting the ice from?
Don't worry about it.
The store, the store, the market.
Where it will melt by the time it
The
gets
ice
here.
store?
Yes, you can
But
get ice at the
anyway,
market.
anyway.
We live in a magical world. Of course, you can get ice at the store.
He makes the ice with his blood hunter powers.
He actually can't do that.
But
Blood
anyway,
ice.
it's just like Sheer's 100% using his kitchen. He's just cooking up some food since we're going to be talking. Might as well enjoy a meal. But yes, he would have gone through his cabinets just like looking for spices if he had any. Just like this kitchen is very depressing for Dad. I'm going to make something.
So,
So please elucidate.
what do you want to hear about first?
I turn to Winter, put my ear close to them.
Hubris is all ears.
Ask him what made him be such an asshole.
So we're
What,
starting from the beginning.
What they said. What made you be such an asshole?
It's
But
genetic.
in more colorful words.
It's genetic. He
Oh.
says smarmily.
He gets a glare. They just,
So,
you motherfucker.
so
Just
from the top, please.
Can we start off with the fact of why did you leave? First, let's just get that out the way. Let's rip off that band-aid. Rip off that bandage. Is that okay, Winter?
Yes.
Yeah. Start there, please.
That is a complex answer, but I am going to give it in probably the simplest of terms, and I will be elaborating further upon more questions. If I did not leave, Winter and her mother, Weeva.
Their mother.
So close. I almost gave you the golf clap.
Their mother would have died.
Well, I mean, you got about half that.
I had intended to leave without them noticing because I have what's the best way for me to put this?
Pre-existing medical condition?
Commitment issues.
No.
Did a god tell you to do it?
I have, let's say, a genetic proclivity to killing my own kin.
So I was correct with pre-existing medical condition. Got it.
One that's not easily remedied.
Expound.
Say more words.
I, and by extension, Winter, am a spawn of the Lord of Murder, Ball.
Oh. Oh.
Well, I hate that.
I thought it was lycanthropy or some shit like that, but that's worse. Honestly, I'm sorry.
Hey, Cyrell, how do you like pastries?
I think you like some bloody.
I can do that.
Winter's the dark urge, isn't that something?
Sorry, I had to make the joke. You understand?
Ugh.
Father to father.
He glares at you, Hubris. So, that genetic proclivity to killing my own kin often means voices in your head that you cannot get out. Voices that urge you in no small way to murder in cold blood.
I lean over to Hubris and I'm like, that's what that earlier when you came up to me, you're like, hey, what's up? Some guy was telling me to kill my dad. And I was like, nah, he can live his life, just don't have me in it.
Oh, okay. So I thought it was like Lurkan, and he was threatening for you.
I thought that too, but this makes
Lurkan threatened my family. I thought I'd kill that guy, but fuck that. Yeah, no, right? That's
so
fucked up.
weird.
So, Cyrell, the sheer just comes out of the kitchen. He's just wearing an apron that has just come out of nowhere with just plates full of Danishes. Just like, so you're basically saying that if you're near anyone with the same blood as you, you're basically gonna want to rip their head off, or hear voices to rip their head off. Am I in the ballpark here? Because I was able to hear bits and pieces.
In no small terms, yes. So, Winter, your innate ability, it seems, to locate those that are of blood hunters and, well, ball spawn is because you are, well, in no small words, a ball spawn.
Part of me wants to make the joke that we're all ball spawn.
I already made the joke. I'm dying over here.
I was dying too. I heard him and I couldn't. And so I'm sorry, Vel. I missed what you just said. I was laughing so hard.
I'm sorry, bud.
There's gotta be a better term for that. I mean, I get that there isn't, but at the same time, one can make too many testicle jokes.
Way ahead of you.
Well, child of ball, child of murder, child of blood.
Murderkin sounds like a better lad. Murderkin?
Murderkin.
Can we call him Murderkin from now on?
I would rather not call my child a murderkin.
That's fair.
I do the murder good though.
Yeah, that is fair. You
As
should
you
see what
say
they can
that,
do.
as you say that, his face kind of drops a little bit.
They're very good at killing undead.
Well.
Yeah.
And
should have seen how quickly all those blood hunters dropped in the Z streets earlier.
Yeah, they kind of dropped like flies, and then they dropped like a fly, and then I had to bring them back.
That's not a coincidence.
We gotta work.
Yeah, I was pretty angry then too.
Also, here you go, Cyrell. This is for you.
Thanks.
Why are you giving him presents?
I used his kitchen.
Winter just gives you a look like, why?
We've been at it almost all day trying to find this man. Do you think I'm not going to take my chance to make some snacks? Also, that's a pomegranate Danish right there. I wasn't sure what you liked. I went with pomegranate.
By the way, I'm going to set the time to about 2 p.m. just because. so it's 2 p.m.
Picked the fruit that stains everything red.
Sheer over here, just acting like a male wife.
What can I say? He wife good.
All right, let's bring it in. Let's bring it in. So, that is the reason. I know that if I had spent any more time, that I would have been possessed in my sleep to murder my child and their mother.
I'm confused. If that bloodline is compelled to murder their own bloodline, how do they have children in the first place? Without how do the children grow up in order to have more children? That just it's makes no sense.
Some are
Survival
more,
of the fittest.
I guess.
some are more resistant to the effects of their
Got
their
it. You just
blood.
didn't love me enough.
Mm.
You would fit in just perfectly fine with Zariel. Should join us sometime.
You say that, Velkin, and his eye twitches. What I did,
Yeah, that provokes a look from Erebon as well.
Yeah, right?
I left so that you would have a chance at life.
Uh-huh. Sure.
I didn't make that decision. I made that decision to keep you and Weeva alive. And we all know how that turned out.
Yeah, she's dead.
50% success rate.
Oh my god, did you just say that out loud?
Can someone shut him up?
Yeah, sure. Hold on a second. Hey, Velkin? Velkin? You smell like shit. Go outside.
I'm just gonna come in and stand closer to you now.
I cast Prestidigitation.
On Velkin?
I am going to make them visibly glow so painfully that like just the bottom of their eyelids are glowing so bright they need to go outside. And this will continue for an hour.
Just like while Vulcan's walking outside, was that really called for? You just could have asked him to stop.
Yeah, I did, and he didn't. You know,
Also,
it's the easiest way to do it.
Do you want a Danish?
How's the Danish?
I don't know, Hubris. I was
What-
enjoying Velkin's
Why did you
commentary.
roll eviscerate?
You're right.
I don't know. I was just scrolling, and it rolled it for me.
I was about to say, if you're eviscerating...
Oh my god, no!
I guess you're eviscerating Cyril.
I can't. No, he has to be a corpse.
Oh, that's...
That is the stipulation.
I was... Well...
Oh, so you're
It has to
eviscerating
be
Velkin.
Velkin.
Yeah.
I was gonna say you're eviscerating the other side of the family. Got it.
What the fuck?
Look, hey, Velkin, I'm sorry about that, but you know, tactfulness, please. You can stay outside for a little bit. Cheers. Thank you.
I suppose watching the door is not the worst thing that we could do today.
That's better than watching page dry. Anyways, please
If-
continue what you were saying, fine sir. Sir is, you know, what? Sir.
Well, as I said, or putting it into a TLDR, I am a ball spawn. So is Winter.
Bell, please carry on.
Yes. Don't mind the gremlins.
And sorry. Sorry.
Even
Okay.
the DM can't help it. What the fuck, man?
Oh my god.
I was so
Hey,
into.
Ian,
I was
you
so
wanna-
okay. I was so into. I'm gonna be honest. I was so locked in, but then I realized what the joke was, and then I broke. I genuinely. I didn't. I was so locked in. I didn't register the joke in my head, and then I got it.
And then you're like, oh no.
We love you, Bell.
Wow. All right, locking in. We're back in it.
Mhm.
So. And I left so that the Lord of Murder would not take over me in my sleep and kill Winter and Weeva. And Winter, your original name was Anji Weeva, or Anji Stonevigor, as that was your mother's last name.
I'm just Winter now.
I understand that. And you also didn't have white hair. That's new to me.
I've always had this hair, as long as I can remember.
Well, as a child, you didn't.
Oh. Don't know what to tell you. My very first memory is in the clergy.
What temple?
Labalus.
The elven god of time.
Yes.
Ain't that something? He says kind of inquisitively. Well,
No. You don't get to skip over over something after saying something like that. Speak your mind.
it's ironic. The spawn of a god taking allegiance under another god. Not uncommon. There have been ballspawn in our times that have done that. Hell, before even me.
Well, I am fully devoted to Labalus.
Good. Good. That's great.
You don't sound like you think that's great.
I do. Having divine power allows you to resist the effects of our bloodline. And it'll help. 'Cause I'm sure you already know this. But if you haven't had a difficult life, you will.
I wouldn't. No comment.
I know I have. You're diluted. The child of a ballspawn. My father was Ball.
Okay, cool. My grandfather is Lord of Murder. Sweet.
Yeah.
Cool. Awesome. I'm not having children.
That would be wise.
The other wisest person I know.
Wow.
I did not find out until we had you. So by that moment, it was already too late. So, the Hunter's Bane. You wish to know about it?
Part of the reason why we're here, yeah. Also, what do you think about that, by the way?
Oh, the pastry. It's good. Sorry, I was so busy talking, I forgot to... Ow. He takes a small bite and swallows it. Thank you.
There's like 5 more in your icebox, by the way.
So, the Hunter's Bane is a concoction that I created thinking I need to do some good for the sin that I had committed, leaving you and Weeva behind. So, I created the Hunter's Bane as a way to empower people, giving them hemocraft. Magic that is spawned from blood. He will point to the scars on his arms. I naturally had the ability to do it. So, I figured we need to give this gift to the world because seems like there's always a life-threatening scheme put in place by powers beyond us. So, I wanted to empower the people of Waterdeep. So I did. I created the Hunter's Bane with my own blood.
How noble of you.
So. And now, as if all of my decisions are coming back to haunt me, people, soon after what happened in Baldur's Gate, people who had previously not shown any side effects whatsoever, have begun openly worshipping the god of murder, Baal, evil that had previously taken the Hunter's Bane. Mental instability. So, those blood hunters that you have fought, the ones committing grotesque murders along the streets, those are not Baal spawn. Those are blood hunters aligned with Baal. Coordinated with the Ghost Slayers. They have gone reports that they have heard voices in their heads. Same as Baal.
So, got it. You are some sort of magical vampire. You feeding people blood and then they're the same as you.
Not precisely the same, but they have access to hemocraft. But not truly a Baal spawn. If the source of the essence is either overwritten or becomes inert, they will lose the abilities of hemocraft. Forever. Well, not forever. If the source becomes inert, say Baal's divine essence disappears, they will lose the ability. But if they can find another catalyst, a sufficient catalyst, they can use that to retain the abilities of hemocraft without the undesirable side effects.
Of wanting to murder.
Correct.
This is a lot to take in. I need time to think.
Yeah. And truly, Winter, I thought you died that day. And I'm glad to see you're okay.
Are you? The moment you saw me, you kind of looked terrified.
I was. Because I knew what it meant for you. Our bloodline. Of course, I'd be glad to see my child alive, but I knew that my child would have a hard life ahead of them. Is there anything else that you would like to know? Anything else that you feel, I guess, the need to ask me?
I'm good. Sheer, you seem to have all the questions. And with that, Winter will get up and go join Velkin outside, still listening, but out of sight.
How does Winter? Just to check. How does Winter look right now? Like it mood wise.
Stone-faced. Just like, if I make any emotional facial whatever on my face, I will probably break down, be angry, be upset, cry. So it's just neutral, nothing.
Got it.
Welcome to the Cool Kids Club.
So, Cyril, you got any idea where we can find him?
The blood hunters aligned with Baal? No. They move frequently. You don't get to be a cult aligned with murder by staying in one place.
Fair. How many people you reckon are part of this group?
Unfortunately, the Hunter's Bane, producing my blood, was mass-produced. They were, created underneath the city. Mass-produced in Skullport.
Well, I guess we can start there.
You can potentially investigate, see where they're getting their stock. Because
We can probably get rid of the stock.
I've long since stopped giving them any of my blood, but they're temperamental, ruthless. Who knows if they'll go against me?
Well, based off what you said, if they have your blood in them, they're most likely going to have a voice in their head talking about things about wanting to kill you.
Yeah.
That doesn't quite make sense considering they shouted your name like a battle cry.
They did.
They did, but they probably haven't been around you long enough to hear that voice, so...
That doesn't make sense. What's new? I don't understand why.
Unless they're making you to seem like the bad guy that's part of their group.
I've coordinated with law enforcement. They understand that I can't be coordinating because, I'm being monitored.
Vel, with the law enforcement that we've already worked with, did they have a very strong opinion when those blood hunters yelled out Cyrell's name, or
They roll. This is going to be hard because you need to kind of recall information. Roll history.
16?
16. I'm going to.
It's gonna
Let
be
me-
hard with the person with all the brain cells in the group.
Take 13. So you trying to recall in your mind, you remember them not really paying much mind to what they were saying. They kind of almost wrote it off as cultish drivel.
Okay. So they didn't really pay mind to it, but they didn't really see it as an issue then.
They didn't really pay it any mind whatsoever. Either, but that doesn't really mean anything. Let's just be real, because first off, they have been working with this, so they could have heard it before and have reacted to it then, or like Cyrella said, they understand that Cyrell is not inherently a part, but there's not really a way for you to back it up. It's kind of, you know, that they didn't really pay much mind, but that doesn't really give you much.
Okay. My next question, more in character, I should say. Cyrell, do
Yeah.
you happen to feel anything when winter is nearby?
Yes, but as I've gotten older, I've been able to suppress it.
Okay.
Ah, so then he shouldn't be surprised that I punched him in the face.
I think you did say, well, I'm not surprised whenever
Yeah,
Oh,
yeah,
yeah.
he did.
well. Is there anything
we had-
else that you would like from me?
Uh,
Theories on how to replace the catalyst of the Hunter's Bane. Because believe me, I've tried.
I mean, we get rid of the problem. It should sort itself out from there, but I'm not really expecting it to.
Well, that would only stop new blood hunters from being created.
And we could
So
probably
we'd have
work
to
away from
dispose
there.
of ones that are going rampant.
Correct.
Great. Gotta somehow lure a bunch of murder-hungry cultists into one place so that they can all be dealt with.
Or Cyrell is going to take the deepest breath that he has ever taken. You deal with the source.
The source, and Shear's going to look Cyrell up and down.
Paul's divine essence is within his blood. If I die, the divine essence is no longer there. Or,
Interesting. But are
as I've
you willing to take that chance?
It's not a chance. It's something I know.
Cyrell, are you willing to lose your life for something like this?
I don't know. Yesterday, if you asked me that question, I probably would have said yes. But now I'm not so sure.
Ha.
I can understand why that sentiment would change.
I need some time to think about this decision.
Well, don't take too long. Might be heading out tomorrow, maybe the day after. Who knows? If you do want to do more to help, you know where we're headed. We can always use another sword, another pair of hands.
I don't think you would want me there with Winter. It's easy to suppress it whenever you're not actively engaging in combat. When you're actively engaging in combat, the adrenaline pumps make it more difficult. Yet more unruly.
Feral, perchance.
Precisely.
Got it. Well then, you said you have an in with the guards then?
Yes. Currently being monitored. And if you pay close attention, you may be able to see the perimeter. I guess everyone roll a perception check just for fun.
The vast perception of -2, -1. Let's go.
I don't see
That's
shit.
a nat 19. So, Velkin and Hubris, you kind of look around and you look and you see shifty figures kind of just
Did they wear their berets to work?
You see just a bunch of guys just standing. Not really a bunch of guys, but you know how in Disneyland they have like the guys that'll pose as actual like customers so that people don't do like Disneyland proposals? That's an actual thing.
Yeah.
Sort of like that. They just look like normal shifty people in the dock ward, but as you look closely, you see that those shifty people have been there for quite a while, just standing, looking kind of in the house, looking near not Stonevigor, looking at Cyrell, and you recognize them as whenever you talked out in the open. But
I didn't see anything. I can't do anything about him.
I will also say this doesn't necessarily mean they're guards. They're just shifty people. So.
Well, do you have a means of telling them any more information? Do they know about the Sheer like waves his hand, the what was it, the underskull, the undertow?
The Skullport.
That, yeah.
It's a city within Waterdeep. Underneath Waterdeep. One that, well, most Waterdeep guardsmen don't go into, 'cause it's so dangerous.
Well then, if the guards can't go there, wonder if a couple stragglers can. You said you wanted to go on a trip, right, Vada?
When in doubt,
Vada, if you can, you can type in Fantasy Grounds if you have the computer open, or if not, you can type in mobile. Or not type in mobile. If you want, you can speak on mobile. I know you've been having computer issues.
In the call chat on Discord, they just said yes.
I know.
Yeah, but I would very, very much like to go to the Skullport.
Well, we have a destination. As I said, if you do have a change of mind and you think you can control yourself, go in and join us. Or chase after us, at least. Other than that, we'll take care of what we can.
I don't think it's likely, but I wish you the best of luck. I will be here.
How long have we been here talking to him, by the way?
I'd say you've been talking here for a solid hour, considering that we have been, considering that we've been, considering that we've been recording for an hour, you've talked for a short's rest amount of time. That's how long you've talked. So,
Real-time conversation.
Literally a real-time conversation, considering that there has been no combat and y'all have just been speaking. Speaking of that, let me, calendar 3 p.m. And I'm gonna say, for the sake of brevity, do y'all have any more questions for Cyrell?
I don't have any questions for Cyrell, but if we've been here for a short rest length of time, for the time being, Sheer is gonna start messing with the crystal that is on the chest plate of his armor.
What do you mean messing? Like infusing or?
His armor is gonna start to change during this short rest, and his gauntlets are gonna go away.
Armor change. During a short rest, the armorer can switch
Wait,
between Guardian and Infiltrator.
Yeah. Neat. Yeah, you basically short rest. Although it doesn't really matter.
Because we're full HP already.
Yep.
Full HP, full resources.
And you also don't want to use a short rest.
Nope.
Yeah, the only thing I'm down only comes back on a long rest, so that's fine.
So, that is that. And because we've reached an hour 30, I'm going to say let's go to our break.
Break time.
I'll go microwave a hot dog. Give me a sec.
Break time. So, gang, how do we feel about that?
Pretty good.
I didn't have to punch him. I just made him feel real bad.
You just made him feel like a dick.
I mean, he kind of is. Let's just be real.
Let's be real. He is he's a jerk.
But also
Which is why Winter's just like, I'm out. I'm gonna go stand outside.
But also,
before
like,
I punch you in the face again.
Let's be real. He kind of got put into a really bad catch-22. Either your daughter and your wife dies, or your daughter and your wife dies.
Uh-huh.
So.
It's either your daughter and your wife dies, or either your daughter and your wife might die.
Yeah, so he took the might die.
He took might.
He did take the might die because he really didn't think that they would be following him in the blizzard.
Did he explain? To Mother?
He left a letter.
Did she know how to read?
Yes.
Considering my intelligence is low.
Actually, that is a good question. Your intelligence is so low. Would you have learned how to read?
Probably.
Also, I know Dreams is reeling because this is a twist on the previous game. It's a very big twist on the previous game that I was sitting on. I was like, how can I do this plot line without Erevan? Oh, that's how I do it. That's how I do it. I make it hurt more. I hear a Michael wave.
Freaking rude.
Rob said he was going to microwave a hot dog.
Michael Wave Hot Dog. That sounds like a band name.
a rock band called Microwave Hot Dog.
That sounds like
No, specifically Michael Wave Hot Dog.
Michael Wave Hot Dog, like a ninja sex
That
party.
like that's kind of sick, actually.
And got to play my favorite soul before we sat down today.
Also, for everyone who wants to know what ball is spelled like this.
BHAAL.
BHAAL.
Yes. Not BALL like the joke we were doing.
The "we're all ball spawn" thing really got to me after I figured out what it meant.
I'm so happy you figured it out, bud.
Yeah.
I'm so happy.
Oh my god. Every time you said it, I was on this side of my push to talk just cracking up.
I just leaned back in my chair and kept snickering, like,
It's not my fault that Gary Gygax decided that his ball spawn. What the fuck, man?
Maybe he did it on purpose, specifically so DMs would call it that. And make their party be like, ha!
Sorry.
We're adults.
Yes, we
You
are
can say
adults.
the word erect.
These are my friends.
To quote the narrator, I could say the word erect once without laughing.
I can say erect multiple times without laughing.
Yes.
Erect. Sorry.
Yeah?
I was gonna say, you're more of an adult than I am, though.
Immediately cracks up.
I know, I can say erect in multiple times and not crack up.
Mm-hmm.
Erect. We must erect the tower to erections to show that we can erect the tower to erections.
I'm friends with nothing but gremlins.
Sorry.
Yes.
Also, Dreams, apologies for definitely leaking the DMs, but as soon as the reveal happened, Dreams was like, "You son of a bitch."
Beautiful.
Leaking the DMs? Why are you leaking DMs for? I didn't know that we had girl DM in chat. We don't actually.
God, I wish. Jeez.
Yeah, no.
That would be awesome.
Yeah, no.
That would be amazing.
As a note, there would have been those Danishes for the entire party, not just Cyrell.
Nice.
Yes, everyone in the party got a Danish.
Danish.
Got a pastry. Cyrell ate the pastry, like, almost reluctantly.
I know.
Sheer, add it to your bingo card. Sheer is a male wife.
Yeah.
Here is a male wife. It's true.
Also, specifically, if they have eaten them, Erevan, Velkin, and Winter, they get 3 temporary hit points. Wait, no.
Sure.
Yeah, 3 temporary hit points.
Nice.
This session's been good.
Scary dog privileges have been given.
Yeah. Yeah.
You know,
Scary bug.
I'm gonna
other
go get
character
some
I
water.
had Yeah. The other character I had, Stella Draw, got to do their first session today. And
Hell yeah.
the poor
Nice.
girl immediately nat 1'd her initiative roll and then got hit with the Digimon equivalent of Sand Attack.
Oh.
Just sitting there at the edge of a little oasis. Didn't even get to turn all the way around before there's another Digimon sitting right there. Just fucking takes a whole scoop of sand and just.
Also, I was referencing this meme. Hold on. I'm sending the Deltarune version of it. I'm gonna send it in memes. That was Vada at that moment.
Why they look so mad though?
Why they look so mad? And also, we have Everyone Hates Velkin right above it.
I laughed so hard when I saw that.
I spent way too long trying to get the font for the for the Velkin that I shittily content aware scaled in.
What?
Looking memes, Rob.
One second, I scroll down. Yes, that is exactly Vada.
I don't know. I feel like Belkin got some points with Winter. Because he kept
Badgering.
badgering Dad.
Badger, mushroom.
Yeah, that's what he's
so
good at.
Winter goes, stands next to the door next to Belkin, just kind of gives him a nod, an approving nod, just like, thanks.
They're trying so hard to get him to stay in the party before he gets cutscene death. Also,
Yes. Yeah.
I came to this realization kind of before the session, but Winter and Cyrell's story seems to echo a lot about trans people's story in regards to dead naming and
Right.
like preferred pronoun stuff. Like it was
Yeah.
something that I thought of like after what's the word? After last session when he called them Anji. I was like, that's not their name, but
That's not my name.
Yeah.
That's why the moment he started talking about, like, said she, just sheer sticks his head out. They.
yeah, it honestly wasn't something that I was thinking of whenever writing the story. Or not really writing the story, but like writing what I thought would happen in the story. But yeah, Winter's story with Cyrell kind of echoes a lot of it, and I'm like, this is kind of good. I kind of like this aspect. It was something that I wasn't really intending, but I like the interpretation of it.
Yeah, man, just again roll with it.
It was something that I really realized after the first session as Cyrell. But yeah, Cyrell's a little bit of a dick, but he was also put in a impossible catch-22. So, womp womp.
He was also making an effort though. Like he would stop himself and call them Winter.
Yeah.
Took him a couple tries.
It's definitely Cyrell trying. He is trying. But also, he's definitely the out-of-touch dad. There was also a couple of ways that it was delivered, kind of in Cyrell's voice. I was like, oh yeah, this is definitely how a like a transphobic person talks about their kid. Like the way what was it? I think the delivery of or Winter as they call themselves now. Something like that.
Yeah.
I was like I said that and I was like, that seems a little uncomfortable now that I say that out loud.
Right.
I was like, shit, that's a shit.
I was just waiting for a brawl to happen. Just like, okay, they're brawling, and they've simultaneously knocked each other out. All right, cure wounds.
me and the boys on the way to beat up Winter's transphobic dad.
Yeah.
I was sitting there looking at it. It was like, resist the every fiber of my being to just hit the Slayer's Fury button and just do it anyway.
Right.
Can't wait to get back into game to properly explain what happened to Shear's armor. I changed the armor mode, but
Gotcha.
didn't exactly explain what happened. So, because it has to happen over the time of a short rest, and if we had the time of a short rest, realizing what we hadn't have to do, Shear would have just prepared that ahead of time.
You're all good. You're all good.
Which I also find funny because someone in the chats was just like, why doesn't Sheer just do this? Just it's like there's reasons.
There is reasons.
I think that was Trinity in the big community server.
Yeah. They're just like, well, wasn't planning to do it right off the bat, but Trinity, we have the armor change.
Da 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 da.
Boom. Trinity, you are part of the VOD forever. I hope you are happy.
Look at you go.
Look at you go.
Congratulations on getting called out.
Congratulations. All right. I am going to go check on my cat just to make sure that she's not going ballistic. But
Give them a kiss for me.
yes, they were being naughty, trying to bite my calves, so I kicked them out of the room. But I'm going to go give them a checkup.
They nibble out of love.
I'm gonna get a bubbly Birbic.
Yeah, the dungeon master for the Digimon game just messaged the Discord that we all were supposed to level up at the end of session, so I've been doing that while we were on break.
Oh.
Gotta fucking add things manually because Roll20.
Ah.
That was the one thing I was sad about for the con. They did not have a lot of Digimon stuff going on.
Unfortunate.
I did get a Guilmon sticker, and he does have a small loaf of bread in his mouth.
Sick.
Mm.
I mean, you guys already saw that I got ears.
Yeah. Which, by
And
the
then-
way, how did you manage to find a pair of ears that just matched your hair color?
By sheer dumb luck.
Yeah, I was like, I want to try the red ones to see if they match my hair, and then they do. So
Yeah.
I bought them immediately.
They actually had a lot of options, and they looked really nice. Like the ears themselves are also super sturdy, and I believe they said they were made out of fencing wire. So like
Damn.
they're also like heavily posable, and where they won't like get damaged very easily. Like they're really good quality.
I have
Yeah, no.
returned with a cat.
Welcome back.
Did you give them kiss from me?
I give them pets. Hold on, let me give them a
Is
kiss.
it?
Mwah.
Yes.
They got a kiss. All right. It's been about 15 minutes. We about ready to pop back in?
I was about to say real quick, part of me wants to ask Eravon to go up behind Dad and see if he has any feelings like he has with me.
Dare I ask?
What?
No, it's fine.
You know, when you walk behind me and you feel the fluff.
Oh, those feelings. Okay.
I was gonna say, what are we doing here? What's going on?
The fluff.
I mean, that is a good question. I was walking around and giving everyone pastries. I did
You did
walk
not.
around him.
You did not feel anything. That is something that I'm gonna say. You did not feel anything whenever you walked around him to give him a pastry. He also didn't seem too bothered about being touched. That's also it's also not a Kitsadria thing often. Sometimes they're kind of iffy about it because they want to maintain being Kitsadria, but also what's the word? What's the word? They didn't. First off, he didn't feel anything. Second off, he didn't. He didn't seem to mind you getting closer to him. So, what did you miss, Strings? Dad's a ball spawn.
Which by extension makes Winter a ball spawn.
Correct.
Ooh, going over my spells, I just realized that I could use infused weapon on my my other weapons.
Mhm.
Yeah.
It doesn't specify melee. It just says a weapon you touch.
Yeah.
That's the cool thing I like about the infiltrator is that it counts as a simple ranged weapon, so it's a valid target for sneak attacks.
Also,
Yeah.
answer to the no
Yeah.
refrigerator thing. Yeah, a box with magic runes that keep things cold. You can just get a bag of ice. A bag of ice will
It
not
is
melt whenever you walk from the trade district to to your house or
Yeah.
the trade ward.
Depends
Depends on
on
how hot it is.
depends on what part of the city you live in, because it does take several hours.
It is currently the equivalent of January, so it won't.
Which,
Ooh.
like, for that matter, if Dragonbane is listening, what the fuck was that thermos that I gave Gawain? Like, that would fit the bill, just a lot bigger.
Yeah.
But yeah, just note for you, Val. Sheer went through his stuff to see if there was anything like he could use. Didn't really find much, and just like I'm gonna leave a couple extra of these pastries in your house because it looks like that you don't enjoy food or life very much. So
He doesn't.
here's a treat.
Damn.
I mean, if you're gonna, I'm not gonna lie, he doesn't really enjoy life very much. Considering that he was considering of taking the easy way out beforehand, considering that, not his wife, but his daughter and their mother, or his child and their mother, both
I was about to correct you.
presumably dead to him.
Vroom, vroom, vroom.
But no, Weeva's definitely dead. So very dead.
Apparently, I'm also dead to
Screen
him.
death shit, we won't believe them.
I mean, you were, because he saw Weeva fall. It's like whenever you see someone get bitten in the zombie apocalypse, you kind of assume they're dead.
We
There.
didn't see the body buried, therefore they're still alive.
So, all right, I guess
Schrodinger's death?
spoilers for 28 weeks later, not 28 years later, but in 28 weeks later, one of the not main characters, but like one of the characters' wife gets bitten by one of the ones infected with the rage virus, and he assumes that she is dead, because if you are bitten by the rage virus, you are as good as dead within seconds. So, yeah. But the thing is, she wasn't. Apologize for the 28 weeks later spoiler, but I also said 28 weeks later spoiler. So, and also watch 28 days later and 28 weeks later. Because they're both really good movies.
You're a good movie. Got him.
That seems weird.
This arc
Well-
makes me miss Erevod's original class.
What's up?
This arc makes me miss Erevod's original class.
Yeah. Sword Saints are fun, though.
Yeah. Not a lot going for him narratively, though.
Yeah, Erevan. Garth showed up.
Yeah.
Speaking of which, Dreams, how are you liking the Sword Saints? Is this the first time you're playing one, or?
I dabbled in it, like, as a... Was it a 6th or a 7th level character last time?
You got up to 7.
Yeah.
Wait, let me check Roll20. It's still in there.
Oh, yeah.
Roll20 games don't die.
No, they don't.
They're just stuck
Not
there for
unless you
all
kill
eternity.
them. I mean, you can kill the game.
Oh no, not that.
No, I did not delete Cadence of Terminus because there is still data in there that I reference to this day. Let me check what level Erevan is. He is level 7.
There you go.
God, I need more spell slots.
At the end of the tournament arc, you would have been probably a level 8.
Yeah, makes sense.
God, I can't wait for that tournament.
So at the end of so the last time that I got to play one for more than a couple sessions right now, it was I had to play the Tadakatsu before it was renamed the Dragonfly, and was it annoying to try and get all of the players to remember, like, you are within pike reach of that creature. Roll the fucking d4.
Was it on roll? Was it on roll 20?
What's on owlbear?
Owlbear?
Yeah.
Oh, owlbear's not too bad.
I've
It's
never
literally
heard of
just
owlbear.
it's literally just the only thing it does is it's the map and the tokens. Everything else is just find a place where you can have dice that everybody can see, and you're using a Spock standard character sheet.
That is awful. I think I would rather use map tools at that point.
Yeah, I don't much like it, but
Once you learn the kinks of Fantasy Grounds, it's good. Like, once you learn how to target, and once you learn how effects work, you've basically got 90% of what makes Fantasy Grounds Fantasy Grounds.
I just realized that my passive stealth just went up.
Boom, 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 boom. All right. Are we all good to start back up?
I am.
All right. Check, Knox.
Yeah.
hold on
Check.
2 seconds. I literally need to run like 10 feet to my right.
All right, let's go through this. Check Dreams.
Ayo.
Check Dora.
Hello.
Check Oxy.
Hello.
Hello, you good?
Yeah, I should be. Everything seems to be in working order for now.
Cool.
Good,
Check
good.
Falcon. Check.
Howdy.
Check. Check Falcon. Check 1, 2, 3.
Ah!
And check God's favorite princess.
Wrong gun! Wrong gun!
Check Stella.
Hi, I'm Stella.
Stella?
It was very fun that you didn't respond to that. All right, we all good? All right. We are going to resume game. I'm gonna take this song out. It's not going well. I don't like this song. Skipped it every time it's come up. All right, we are going to return in 5, 4, 3, 2. Hiya. Hiya. All right, and we're back. How's it going? Yeah, we're back. We're back in game. For those of you who didn't watch the break, you know who you are. Winter's dad is transphobic. That is all. If you
What the
want
fuck?
me... We talked
Well.
about it during the break. Go to the break and watch it. The breaks are good. We talk about weird stuff during the breaks.
It's
Anyway.
true, we do.
Anyways, we're back. From what we last talked about, y'all just left Cyrell's house. I believe that's correct, right?
Yep.
So, as you leave the house, Cyrell will lock it. And then Scorb.
That guy sucks.
I agree with you.
Corb, you are so much more matter of fact than I could.
It never ceases to amaze me.
I mean, like, I guess they were gonna die. I don't buy it. Like, what if he just like chained himself to a bed and then was like, yeah, this'll keep me from killing him. I feel like he could have done that instead of like the whole abandoning them thing.
I agree.
Yeah.
To be completely honest, I didn't kill him. I had the urge, but I didn't.
So, Vada, which way are we going?
Are y'all going straight to Skullport?
I guess
Yes.
so.
I mean, we're ready to go unless someone says otherwise.
Also, I am going to turn to Erebon and be like, I'm sorry that my family had something to do with your friend's death.
I don't fault you. You didn't know the guy.
Yeah, but I still feel bad about it.
Well, hopefully no one else has to die. Aside.
Agreed.
I mean, with the people that we're kind of dealing with, I mean, there might be dozens more dying. Who knows? Also, what do you guys think? Does this look good? I'm trying to. It's the first time I'm doing this. It broke last time, so I'm trying to fix this. Like kind of in the moment. This is a nice shade of gray.
Yeah, it's pretty good.
I think I might be colorblind. Wait.
So
Wait!
basically,
No, it's
as
all good.
Shear's
It's okay.
been messing with the crystal on his chest, it like two shards just grew out of it, and he just shattered those off and put them on his gauntlets, or where his gauntlets were, as his armor just starts to just lose any absence of black coloring that was in it. It just turns into like a really mute, like ash gray.
Pretty sick.
I haven't had to use this version in a long time, but people don't get to see my face when I do. So, hey, and then he's just gonna like, as if putting on a mask, the studded leather is just gonna grow over his head, and his face is just basically just gonna be in a helmet that covers his entire face.
Ah.
Now that part is weird.
He's gonna knock on the armor. Ding ding ding.
Oh.
Made of leather, my guy.
He
No, it's
knocks on
studded
the
leather.
metal
There's
parts.
metal bits.
He knocks on the metal parts of the studded leather. He knocks on the leather part. Ding ding.
It's leather. It's leather that sounds like metal.
Are we
His
sure the
nose-
kobold's not magic?
His nose starts bleeding.
What happened?
I fucking love this kobold so goddamn much. The machinations of his mind are an enigma, and I need to know how they work.
Right?
You know the bit from SpongeBob where it's just Patrick on the fucking on the carousel ride. It's just the milk tips over, or it's just him on the carousel ride.
The machinations of my mind are an enigma.
That was way too good.
Machinations of my mind are an enigma.
The inner machinations of my mind are an enigma. All right, that's enough.
So we're going to this Skullport thing?
Yeah, yeah, Vod. Which way are we going? I haven't been here before.
Vada.
Yeah, Skullport. Sure, yeah.
Also, please don't attack any guards again. I don't know how Hubris managed to pull it off, but you got off scot-free the first time. I don't think they're going to do that again for you.
Look, if they don't actively put us in a combat situation, then I promise that I will not try to.
You are.
However, if they get aggressive, then I will respond in kind.
Respectable, just If they're not aggressive with us, we're not aggressive with them. If they're fighting someone else and not us, we're not aggressive with them. Please.
And for the love of God, Scorb,
Yeah?
do not pick up anything while we're down there.
But why?
Nope, Velkin's
You know,
got a
someone
point.
needs to hold the tiny Scorb while we.
Scorb,
Hold on,
Scorb, I need you to look at me
I
for a
have a
moment.
question. Is someone explaining why you shouldn't pick up stuff?
Yes, yes.
Yes.
Sheer will get down on his level and hold his face like Happy Gilmore with that one fat kid. Okay? He will hold his face. Scorb, look at me in my eyes.
Okay.
If you take anything down there without permission from us, a lot of people will try to attack us. Do you understand me? And when I say a lot of people, I mean a number of people, motions to everyone else, that we cannot handle. Do you understand me? No. No. You do not get to think about this. I would like to walk away alive. I would like for you to walk away alive.
Okay. Okay.
You touch nothing.
Roll insight.
I will roll inside. You touch nothing, Scorb. Nat 19 for 22.
You, the player, understand in this metaphysical way that Scorb got a nat 1 on his.
Oh no!
You understand that Scorb got a nat 1. So, however that translates to Sheer understands implicitly that Scorb is being a child.
Scorb, it's just like snap my fingers now as I'm still holding onto him with my other hand.
Well,
Look at me.
Does anyone have
Focus.
keys? Does anyone have keys to jingle?
No.
I have my holy relic. I guess I could just.
You like dangle the necklace. You dangle the necklace. It's like ding,
and let it just ting 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 on the thing. Pay attention, Scorb. Pay attention.
Focus. Take, touch.
Oh my
nothing.
god! Oh my god!
Another nat 1.
No, he nat 20.
Fuck yes!
It's because I was doing the jingle jangle, obviously.
I did that as a joke, but that's so good.
Touch nothing. Don't touch anything. Don't look at anyone with any form of specific look. This is important for our survival. Do
I will
you
close my
understand?
eyes. I will close my eyes while we're down
No,
there.
you okay? You don't have to go that far. That's a bit much.
Okay,
Like you gotta
okay.
see where you're going.
Okay.
Just don't touch anything.
Okay.
Don't steal anything. Okay?
Okay.
Okay. Good.
Okay.
I'm going to let go of you now.
Okay.
Have a pastry. Puts a pastry in his hands.
He's nomming on it like he's a guinea pig.
I like the idea that you
Imagine
didn't
it being
even
so
like.
funny.
You didn't even drop it all the way in his hands before he's already got it in his mouth.
Yeah.
he's numbing
That's
on
actually rather impressive.
it. He's biting the other end of it while like half of it's like in his cheeks, like a hamster.
I love this. Just okay. I think we took care of the most immediate threat at the moment. Let's go.
Okay, so I'm gonna let you know. I'm gonna let you know ahead of time. This is the GM. This is the GM being like, hey, the journey to Skullport is not a quick one. It is not a quick one. You are going down multiple layers in what was the Dungeon of the Mad Mage. This is a GM to player. Like, this is like whenever the game says, do you want to do stuff? You are going to have a difficult time in this area. Or like whenever a game says you will not be able to save in this area.
You will not be able to save progress still yet.
It's a not a one-time only area, but like think about it like this. You will not really be able to get back to Waterdeep within a day. It'll be a multiple day journey into the Skullport.
Dude, still have PTSD
Question
from the last
though,
time I tried
can
to
we
play
go
Dungeons and Dragons. Should we go where?
First off, I'm not gonna subject you to the dungeon. There is a way to Skullport. I've checked. There is a way to Skullport that does not involve you going through the dungeon. But it's still essentially Dungeon of the Mad Mage content. So it's very big. I have the maps if needed. So do with that what you will. Prepare aptly is what I'm gonna say.
I'm gonna test something out real quick.
Okay.
Okay, it's fixed.
I guess we're clear. We're clear on that.
Understood.
Yeah.
Cool. Anyways, are there any preparations that y'all are gonna do before you attempt to go to the Skullport?
She's gonna use his daily use for of his alchemy jug and make another acid vial.
Okay.
Nice.
Make acid.
We've got potions on hand, at least a couple of them. The people that eat have food, I presume. We have shear, so even if the food is not there, there is food.
Also, Vulcan, you were handed a pastry, by the way.
Yeah, I put the temp HP on myself. Despite the fact that he doesn't need to eat, he can, so... The image of the small white creature and the large dark colored creature just sitting on a bench outside the house eating tiny pastries is amusing.
I like that.
Just Winter and Velkin just like.
I'd like to imagine there's like pomegranate jam just stuck in his mustache a little bit.
It's a little
How do you want your pastry? Bloody.
Yes.
That's such an insane thing to say. Okay. All right. Any other way that you are prepping? Because if you are not, I'm gonna. Do we have the polls thing in Fantasy Grounds, or is that an extension?
I think that's actually an extension.
Right there.
There you go.
No, there's a poll.
Ooh, nice.
If
Okay,
you
let me see.
double tick, it comes
Water.
across.
So,
Yep.
Triple tick, you get rid of the vote.
I want to state, Vel, if there's any days that we just travel and like nothing happens, please let me know because I want to use my.
I
alchemy
just
jug.
cleared chat by accident. Whoops.
Oh well.
No, all of the important information gone.
Put the poll in again. So, if you are not ready, what you said, double tick, double click.
Yeah. Double click it for an X if you're not ready. Just click it once for a check mark if you're good to go.
Okay. So, if you are not good to go, double click. One, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7. Oh, how do I mark for Scorb? I don't think I
You
can.
just click it.
You don't. You assume because you're the dungeon master.
Fair. On the player view, it only shows 6. Okay, there is one
because
person.
there's 6 of us here. That's why.
But I'm not sure if you heard me before, Vel. But if we are doing like several days worth of travel and we do manage to get some travel in, and a day just passes, just please make that verbal because I would like to use my alchemy jug. Like I can only do it once a day every day, but I want to try to get as much use out of that as possible.
I will make the travel apparent. All right, there's still one person that is not marked. Who's the person that is not marked?
Nope, not me.
Not me.
Nope, I'm good. Stella, did you mark the poll? Oxy, did you mark the poll?
Yeah, I did.
Did you?
Yes.
That's you. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. There's 6. 6 of us.
Oh, there it
is.
Cool.
Sorry, that was me. I quickly had to duck to the bathroom.
Ah, that makes sense. Well, all right.
What must have been that Michael Wave hot dog?
Not really.
Michael Wave hot dog. All right. With that being decided, I'm going to reshare the Waterdeep map. I'm going to close out on the player view Cyrell's image. By Cyrell. I'm going to reshare Waterdeep just because, so I can get it on the screen without having to. There we go. My fantasy grounds crash?
I don't know, did it?
It might be crashing. Hold on.
Because if yours crashes, we crash.
No, player
I'm
view.
still in it. Let's see.
Player view.
Yeah.
I almost doxed myself live on stream. Whoops.
Oops.
Good job.
I love the feature in Windows 10 where you can accidentally dox yourself. Okay. Cool.
I thought you were running Windows 11.
Player view. Player view is running Windows 10. Okay. All right. Should be all good here. Let me scroll out. You are all somewhere in the dock ward. Go right, kind of. I'd say you're around Gut Alley. I'm gonna let me place the score where he should be. Boop, boop, boop. Round Gut Alley. There. You all see the scorb, right? You see the boy.
Yes.
The boy.
I'm trying to find him.
I have an arrow pointing towards the boy.
There he is. Yeah.
I see
Found
one whole
him.
boy.
How do I find this boy? There he
You
is.
can open his character sheet and click the I think for you it's the fourth button at the top left of your sheet.
No, I was making a joke. How do you find the boy? There you go. There's the boy. So
You jangle keys.
You jangle keys, yeah.
You call Scorb for food. That's how he shows up.
or you give him something shiny.
Exactly.
All right. So Vada, you would know how to get to an entrance to the Skullport within within Waterdeep. You would know that it is a tavern known as the Blue Mermaid, another place within the dock ward. You wouldn't know precisely where it is, but you know it's somewhere around let's see. Kind of around this area. Player view. No, it's somewhere around there. So, I'm going to say let's do a leading investigation check, but we're going to be forcing Vada to lead because she is the only one who would know. So,
We're not making it down there.
Painful, but possibly true.
I was gonna
So-
say, if your leading investigation check is anything like your helping checks the last time when you weren't here, we're not getting down there.
So first, it's gonna be with advantage. Don't roll it. Don't
Nope,
roll it.
not yet.
So I'm gonna ignore that one because you weren't here for the explanation last time. So leading investigation checks. I'm going to prompt you with a roll. The big thing is, I'm going to prompt everyone with the roll. You do not roll it. I'm going to prompt you right now. Everyone else, roll that investigation check. Oh, goodness. Wow.
5 or more.
It's 4 or more.
Yeah, it's 4 more. So
Wow.
just fail, success,
And
minus
also-
1,
Let's see.
minus 2, +1. Yeah.
It's a plus
So
one.
just -1.
So let's see. Fail, success. -0, +1. -2, -2, +1. It's a 0.
So roll it normally.
So, and Vada, you would be rolling it with advantage. So roll an investigation check or roll that with advantage. So if you go to the ADV next to your modifier window. That is rough. The last time you were in Waterdeep,
I'd like to point out I have a -2.
Yeah,
I can see that.
we all do.
Speak for yourself.
It's been a while, okay? It's been a while
also
since
the
I've
last
been
time you
there.
were in Waterdeep, you didn't have the best time.
Yeah, it's been a while.
I'm going to say, because you would know what bar to look for, that it will take about 3 hours. So,
Hell yes.
it is currently 6 p.m. It takes you 3 hours to find this bar, because you failed by 4 or more points. But
By
you
the
do
way.
find the Blue Mermaid. It is right here.
I found it. I found the D&D fridge.
D&D fridge. Okay, cool. You do find the Blue Mermaid. You do know that in the cellar of the Blue Mermaid, there is a way to get to the Skullport, a tunnel system. All right. I'm going to change the music.
Mm-hmm.
So, you enter the bar, and you see it is a painfully unassuming bar. Like if we're talking about bars, and if we were rating this on a scale of like 1 to boring, it is fucking boring. It is just a bar. No interior decorating. The menu is just beer and snacks. No wines, no whiskeys, just beer and the worst IPA you could think of.
Mm.
It's the kind of beer with unassuming, the most unassuming bar with the most unassuming people. You walk in, everyone else is like a human or an elf. But Vada, you do know where the cellar is.
All right.
Well.
It's this way. Try not to attract attention. Folks in this place usually, they're not the nicest.
Attract attention. Have you looked in the mirror?
Erebon just casually looks at their very diverse and eye-catching group.
Right?
I mean,
Vada literally glows in the dark. We
Let's-
have left
Let's be honest, the only one we have to worry about currently is Hubris.
What do you mean?
Yeah.
Scorb
Please
kind of
elaborate on that sentence.
Scorb tugs
No,
at
no, thank you.
Erebon's slacks.
Uppies.
up.
All right. I pick Scorb up instead of on my shoulders.
Scorb is on Erebon's shoulders.
Yeah. This is great.
Anyway, yeah, Hubris, there's no time to stop for a drink.
I'm not gonna drink.
Are you okay?
Yeah.
I was thinking.
All right.
Listen,
Lead
I
the way.
might have been a flagrant alcoholic, but I got a kid now. I can't really just go out drinking.
I think you had a kid. Like,
Yeah, I didn't know I had a kid until like 2 days ago, but you know.
that makes sense.
You gotta set an example, you know? You can't be drunk at all you laugh.
I mean, your kid's not here, though.
Pardon?
Kid's not here, though.
Exactly.
Fantastic.
What is that medicine check for?
Without taking his gauntlet off, he puts his hand on Huber's forehead. No, he's fine.
Trying to think he has a fever or something?
Yes.
It feels like metal. Because you have your gauntlets on.
Yep.
Okay.
So yeah, Vada's gonna lead them to the cellar.
Yep. The door is open. You go into the cellar. There's kind of an underbar to this bar, and you see much more, I guess, familiar faces. Not really familiar, but more expected faces. You see a couple of orcs, dwarves, even some gnomes. You see more of the, I guess, exotic races. You see a tiefling as well. He's just chilling, vibing.
Does she recognize either of the orcs?
Nope.
Okay.
All right. And as this happens, I'm going to say y'all are going towards the Skullport. So,
I hope.
if you go towards the Skullport, that would be your 8 hours of travel for the day. With your 8 hours of travel, I'm going to bring up the times because it is very important. It's 6 o'clock. If you do 8 hours of travel, you will wake up at, I can do math.
I thought you said it took us 3 hours to find it, so that would be 9 o'clock.
It would have been, it's 6 o'clock currently. Because it was 3 o'clock when you started.
Okay.
It was 3 o'clock when you started looking because of the conversation you had with Cyril. 6 o'clock is based on the 3 hours taken. So.
I understand now.
Yeah. So, I'm not including that 3 hours of search in your 8 hours of travel for the day. With your 8 hours of travel, you will make it to 2 o'clock in the morning. It is a roughly, give or take, it's a roughly 24-hour trip of walking. So, I'm going to move the clock. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8. So, I'm going to set here. It is currently the 9th day of Hammer, 2 a.m. Y'all have not long rested. If you want, you can attempt to force march. I'm going to send just because I'm going to send the requested roll just to get it out of the way.
Before,
Wow!
We're not force marching.
Wow!
Not at all.
Nope.
Although, that is a save.
Correct.
Before we properly head off, around about 8 o'clock, I'm gonna use thy sending stone and message Thaquin. Headed out of Waterdeep for a little bit. I'll be back. Don't know when. He can contact me anytime, once a day. You know how these work. Love you.
Aw. So, you get a response back. Thank you. I will be sure to contact you. I will also tell Caltrek. Be safe. That is the end of the message.
Yep.
love you is not included. Feel the need to feel the need to say that.
I just
Anyway.
missed out. Yeah.
All right. So, yeah, y'all cannot force march unless y'all want exhaustion.
Oh god. Fucking Noddle. Only sheer and hubris got above a 10. That is
Yes, we
fantastic.
also had 2 nat ones.
I was
Yep.
gonna say the only one who, like, the one who rolled higher was me, but they have the higher modifiers.
Yep. Out of
Efficiency
everyone...
and con saving throws. Let's go.
Oh, goodness. So, it is currently 2 a.m. Y'all would need to
We
get
are
8 hours
beginning.
of rest. All right. Actually, this is a tunnel system. Who's going to be
Says you
watching?
ate.
Because I wouldn't say that this is a... Yeah, let's look at the watch order. We have on 1st and 4th watch, Velkin and Sheer. 4 hours for Mr. DM. What do you mean?
I only sleep for 4 hours. That's why
I
I'm
know.
on 2 watches.
I know. That's why I have that taken into account. I have that on the watch order. It's 1, 2, 3, 4, and then 14 for you because you're on 2.
Yeah.
So Sheer and Velkin are on the 1st watch. I'm just gonna ask everyone to put their passive perceptions into the chat. Oh wait, actually I can look here. Perk.
You can see it on the party sheet.
I can. I am gonna roll a D100 just to see if something happens. Cool. Cool.
Should totally activate Descent into Avernus because they have an encounter chance table.
Hey guys. Ooh, I'm rolling dice. I'm rolling crazy dice. Guess what? This is definitely
Ooh.
it's like encounter tables. I'm rolling HP for monsters. That's definitely happening.
I saw that first smelt. You're not fooling me.
Hey, you don't know.
I have a better insight score than my character, trust me.
Ooh.
Spooky.
All right, let's see. Passive perception. It was 13 and a 13. Cool. Y'all don't really see much. Y'all are chilling. Y'all are chilling. Y'all are vibing.
Yes.
For, let's see. Bop, bop, bop. All right, 2nd watch is Erevan and Vada. Actually, y'all talk about anything on this 1st watch? I guess not. Erevan and Vada.
Yeah.
Y'all talk about
She has
anything on this
anything to
2nd
ask?
watch?
Maybe. Otherwise, no.
Just making acid.
Making an acid of yourself. I need to get my dungeon music playlist in here. This is not appropriate. I love this sound, but it's not appropriate for the current moment. Neither is this one.
Yeah.
I mean, I think it's perfect for the moment where, watch with no problems, right?
Yeah, surely.
Surely nothing will happen.
Yeah.
Nothing's gonna happen.
Now that he's said it, we're all fucked.
It's like Bloody Mary if you say it 3 times in a row and encounter happens.
Aww.
Now something's gonna happen because you said nothing's gonna happen.
But you were the last one to say it.
Anyways,
It's not my fault.
anything happening with Vada and Erevan? Nothing? Cool. Winter and Scorb, what's happening? Scorb's poking at the ground.
You bored, buddy?
Yeah. I hate these watches.
Yeah, they're a little boring, but on the bright side, it makes us it makes sure that we don't get attacked in our sleep.
That is true. Hey, I have a question. Just because I'm like, I noticed it with my eyes. My eyes. With
Okay.
He points to his eye.
With my eyes. Why are you so weird about people touching you?
I don't like being touched.
Okay, but like, you really don't like being touched.
Yeah, and I really don't like being touched.
Like,
Scorb.
are you okay with touching other people?
Well,
Like if I asked you for uppies, would you allow me uppies?
no, I'm sorry. I'm sorry, Scorb. Like, I can touch people when it comes to doing my job, but other than that, not so much.
You see a tear start forming in his eye.
I'm sorry, Scorb. I am not strong enough to lift all of the armor that you wear.
You know, that's
Yeah, I
fair.
was gonna say.
You know, that's fair. That's fair.
I have the weak noodly arms. I'm sorry.
You can't handle the Scorb strength.
It's true. It's true, buddy.
Y'all encouraged him too much, and now he actually thinks he's super strong.
I mean, you
Is he
Strongest in the
not?
party.
He is super strong, but he's also a kobold. So,
And
But still.
yeah,
divided by size.
have you seen my friend the Pokemon Tinkaton?
yeah, right.
You know, that's fair.
See that thing? One of these days, I'm
Give
gonna
him
use
the ball
my
stick.
hammer and just let him fucking go. Bailey.
Huh. I guess I didn't really think of that. I don't think often.
It's okay, Scorb. Neither do I.
Heck yeah. We can be, not thinking brothers.
Sounds good.
You're a brother, right?
I'm a sibling.
Huh. What's a sibling?
It's
A
like a
nondescript
brother
term.
or a sister.
He's trying to put it together in his mind.
It's the secret third thing.
Oh! Oh! I get it. I think so. I think I get it.
I don't think you get it.
I don't get it. I don't get it.
That's okay, Scorb. I don't have a set gender. I'm not man, and I am not woman. I am just Winter.
Huh. Neat. What's that your dad was talking about? Like your real name or something? Or like
He
whatever.
was being a dick.
Ah, I see. I see.
Yeah, those are the type of parents that we don't like to associate ourselves with.
Oh. Well, I mean, I wouldn't know. My parents are dead.
You're very matter of fact.
Yeah. They were eaten by owlbears. I don't know what else to say.
Well, at least you're still around.
Yeah. Hey, you two.
Yeah, fist bump.
Yeah. Hey, wait, you're okay with me touching your fist?
Hands are fine.
Hands are fine?
Hands are completely fine. See, I use my hands for work. Any
Okay.
other part of me, not okay.
Can I give you a high five?
We can high five.
I'm going to just for the sake of comedics, I'm going to roll an acrobatics check just for the sake of comedics.
See if you can jump high enough to high five.
He jumps high enough.
Bah!
Whoopsh!
Okay, but is it a white boy high five where he has to do it against bed, or?
No, it's a good.
Ah, yeah. That's the quality shit we're looking for right there.
The high five inspector has joined the channel.
Yeah.
Listen, if you're not high fiving the homies properly, I'm a.
Just
So,
fucking out of a dead sleep. with
I
the
won't
partner.
lie. I am a little perturbed about what we learned today.
What does that mean?
I'm concerned, I guess,
Oh,
is a good word for it.
I mean, like, you're a child of a god. That's cool.
No,
It's not?
no,
How's it not cool?
because it's the god of murder.
I mean, like, I wanted to be the god of penny eating.
This is true. You did want to be the god of penny eating.
Yeah.
I'm a cleric of an entirely different god.
Yeah, he mentioned that. He was like, "Oh, you're a divine god. You're aligned to a divine person. You're okay." It all went over my head, really.
It's okay, Scorp. I'm just happy you're sitting there listening. You don't have to understand a thing I'm saying. Just lets me vent. So thank you.
No problem. Anytime. I'll try to understand, but I probably won't.
Yeah, looking at what Velkin said, yeah.
Yeah.
Which is why I said, you don't need to understand, just listen.
Yeah. I'm listening. Ears open.
He grabs the tips of his ears. He kind of raises them up.
But the art doesn't have ears. He just has horn.
Fucking ears.
Did you deny him ears?
They're somewhere, okay? They're somewhere.
Does he have ear holes?
God, I hope so.
He has ears somewhere. I don't know kobold biology. It's fine. He has ears, and he's pulling on them. I don't know. Don't think too hard into this. Don't think too hard into this.
No, we're gonna think just as hard as we want to on this.
All right, and we're looking for a replacement for hubris.
You said that at the start of the session.
I did. I did. All right. Scorb is being.
My ears are kind of like deep in my head, so I can't really like.
That's okay, Scorb.
I have horns though.
Ding ding.
Those are pretty cool.
He knocks on them.
And he's like, "Ow."
Cheers got horns too.
I know. He also
So
has
does
a
Hubris. So does Erebon.
Okay.
And so does Falcon.
Don't tell Sheer, okay? So you know how he gave me one of those scales?
Mm-hmm.
So that was on the part of the body that was what was the word? Like black. The black side of his body.
Right.
Like whenever he gets
Yes.
hit. Yes. Well, when he was sleeping, I got this.
He takes out a scale.
Oh. Is it one of the white ones?
It is one of the white ones.
It's like,
Oh.
look at how shiny it is.
That is really pretty. When you turn it, does it rainbow color?
It's all prismatic.
Yeah. Yeah, that's really pretty.
It is. And also, the best test.
Is it tasty?
It doesn't taste as good as the other one.
Okay. I'm not gonna ask why. I'm just gonna nod and agree.
The kobold taste testing is very rigorous, I assure you.
Yeah, okay. Uh-huh.
Our kobold has an oral fixation.
Oh no, you are so
Oh,
right.
no.
You are so right. Scorp tastes colors.
Listen,
He's tripping out on some shrooms he found.
listen.
Wait, how can he do that
Okay.
if he's colorblind?
That's how he tells.
That's how he learns what colors are. Tastes them.
By taste. Oh my god.
That colorblind thing was a joke. He was like, that colorblind thing was a joke.
Are we sure?
It was. It was a bit. He's not.
Until now. Confirmed. Get the colors, everyone. Score tastes colors.
He tastes things so he understands the colors of them. That's why he needs to bite the coins.
Anyway.
Oh my goodness, that's great.
So
The
unless
lore is
Scorb
real.
has any other questions, I think we're good.
So, how do you feel about your dad?
I don't have a dad.
Oh, I mean, you do. I saw him. He was right
Nope.
there.
Nope, that's how I feel about him. I don't have one.
Oh. I never encountered this concept before.
Oh no.
Oh no.
I mean, I know what it's like to not have a dad. I mean, because I don't. He's dead. But,
Well, I'm going to pretend he's dead.
oh.
Yes.
For the next 2 hours.
So you wouldn't be mind if we killed him, right?
I
Zero
won't be
fucking
part of it.
60.
Goddamn.
Because, like, he was all like, it was after you left, but he was like, yeah, if he wanted to get rid of all the blood hunters, if I died, it would be a good way to, like, get rid of all their essence. So, like, if we killed him, you wouldn't mind, right?
Over the next 2 hours, Scorb learns about legally disowning someone. I mean, I think I would care, but because he's a person that is alive, but I'm going to pretend he is not my dad, because he's not.
Okay, so we can kill him.
No.
For some reason, Sheer face palms himself while he's asleep.
Why? You just said you hate him, and you don't think he's your dad.
I didn't say I hate him.
But he's not your dad.
Right.
But-
So, he's
but-
basically like any other random stranger on the street. I wouldn't kill them either.
What? Well, he killed the blood hunters.
I mean... Listen. That,
You kind of killed them really easily, too. Like, their bodies, like, shriveled up to end to ash, and I feel like I saw one of them, like screaming. He was like,
listen, we don't talk about that. That I had a slip of control then. It's fine. It's fine.
So if you're like the Lord of Murder, can you turn into a big monster where you're like,
I am not the Lord of Murder.
okay, but you could be.
That would be my grandfather, apparently.
Okay, if your granddad's the Lord of Murder, that means you're like he kind of
I am a quarter Lord of Murder.
You're a half Lord of Murder. Wait, no, 1, 2, 3. You're a third Lord of Murder.
I guess.
Wait, 1, 2.
Sheer face palms himself while he's sleeping again.
4. I got it. You're a fifth Lord of Murder.
That's even better.
Today we've learned the kobold can't do fractions.
Scorb can't do fractions. I can't do fractions. Me, Cove.
The DM can't do fractions, so Scorb cannot do fractions.
No.
By extension, the character too.
DM, my character is dumber. My character is smarter than I am. Please help.
Please help.
So he's just kind of like,
Okay, so like, are you sure you can't turn into like a little beast where you're like, blah, 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 blah.
Maybe later. I don't know.
I was gonna say, oh please do it, but
wait, do what?
Actually, That's gonna be hilarious. I'm gonna do it. I'm gonna pop up my ears and tail and like, and then make them go away just as quickly.
How did you do that?
I'm the granddaughter of the Lord of Murder.
Wait.
He's gonna kind of look behind you.
It's like, where'd they go? Where'd they go?
Gone.
Wait, do it again.
I can only do it once. I'm so sorry.
No, I swear you can do it again. Do it.
I'm gonna do it the once, and then out of character, he's probably gonna tell people about it, and I'm gonna be like, I have no idea what he's talking about.
I can't believe you. You've turned into like a fox thing. I was expecting something like really. I feel like the initial impact startled me, but I was like, you turned into a fox thing. That was kind of cute.
I'm not cute.
I feel like a Lord of Murder would be like something more grotesque, like a thing with like horns, like me.
I don't have horns.
But you could.
Maybe.
I feel like the Lord of Murder would have horns. You're not the Lord of Murder then. Okay.
I am not.
This conversation would go on for quite some time.
Yeah, and
they
Winter's
keep-
gonna just nod and agree and nod and agree.
Until your watch is over.
Pretty much.
So, Winter gets badgered by Scorb for the solid bit because Winter gave him something to talk about.
Yeah.
He said he was bored.
He was bored, in fact. And that watch is over. Hubris and Velkin, are y'all talking about anything?
I don't know what I would even begin to ask Hubris about.
So, sorry about earlier. This is been a little bit rowdy.
It's fine.
Like normally, that shit would have fly. But I would let that shit fly. But kind of felt inappropriate at the time.
Honestly, I was trying to see if I could goad him into trying to come at me so I could hit him.
I see. I mean, that I can understand. That'd be what? You'd be well within your right of self-defense. Yeah, self-defense. That's it. So, what are your plans, buddy? I feel like we never really get to talk apart from me covering you in makeup and then laughing at you. That's all in good fun, though.
Oh. If anything, for the thing that I most care about is how do I want to put this? I suppose the phrase that fits it the best is homesick. Just kind of want to leave, but
You want to go home?
Unfortunately, I kind of can't.
What's stopping you? Some preordestined magical destiny?
It hasn't been visible the whole time, or at any point, but Velkin's going to show Hubris the Ring of Mind Shielding.
I got like 2 amulets of protection against scrying and detection from so that makes sense. I take it that's for Mr. Shitface.
Mm-hmm. You remember the...
And as soon as you take that off, he'll know where you are.
Not quite. Do you remember...
He'll control your body and make you kill us?
Do you remember the short little scene that Tyrael showed us?
Vaguely. Might need a refresher.
When the two scenes, the one of Elot fighting Scorb and fighting me.
Ah, yeah, that one.
I died during that confrontation and a couple other times. And every time that happens, I get stuffed in this stupid thing and don't get to go back to hell.
So, you want to go back to hell?
I didn't intend to be up here in the first place.
Huh. So, we gotta kill you to send you back to hell, but you get stuff back in your corpse.
More or less. I'm sure Erevan can tell you all about or how I got my dumbass stuck up here.
Well, were you in the, were you in Elturel when all that shit went down?
Mm-hmm.
I heard the stories. Being about and all, it's kind of hard not to miss world-ending events like that, or in Baldur's Gate. I'm sorry for what you have gone through down there. Truly, I am. But if you feel like you really can cope up here,
I managed to survive. Managed to live for a good 4 centuries down there before anything ridiculous happened.
4 centuries? Jesus, you're an old fuck. Pardon the language.
Yeah, century's the right word. Velkin is 400 years old.
Damn. Well, you don't look too bad for a 400-year-old. The bag of bones. Didn't know that we could live that long. Or is the 400 years because of being down in hell?
No, I don't think I count as tiefling.
Are you more corpse then?
More fiend than person.
I mean, I get the fiend part too. I am that as well. Let me think on it a little. I might be able to help you out. That is, if you're still in the mind to go there by the time I come up with a solution. Might take me a little bit. Not as used to getting back into studying and doing all that sort of stuff, but I do plan to continue my endeavors as a bard. Or at least try. Didn't really try last time. I just... You know how you have talent, and you think that talent can carry you without really honing in it as a skill? That's kind of what happened with me. I kept thinking I was the best. I was the best at everything. I had to be the best. No one told me I needed to be. But ever since I was young, I was performing in my mom's circus. Doing the best I can, trying to make them a decent living. Then they shipped me off, so by that time I had to be the best. And if I'm not the best, then... If I'm not the best, then...
You'll get
and then he sort of started physically panic. Oh, I gotta be the best. I have to be the best.
You'll get there.
Yeah. Want to play a prank on someone?
What kind? Who are you thinking?
Well, usually I do you, but you're awake, and you know what I did to you last, so it kind of throws that up the pull a prank on you. Winter seems like she's having a tough time, so playing a prank on her will go two ways. I'll either get punched in the face or she'll break out laughing. Hopefully the latter. Them. Sorry, my bad.
Yeah.
Dude. Vada's mysterious. Yeah. Vada. Yeah. You know what? Vada. I don't know what we're gonna do. It's gonna be funny as fuck. Hold on.
So, I have a question.
Yes.
Do y'all want the week to stew on that prank? Because we are currently approaching 2 hours and 55 minutes. Reaching 3 hours, which would be our time.
You know what? We'll workshop the prank. We'll workshop the prank for a week.
Oh,
We'll leave
boy.
you guys in suspense.
Oh my goodness.
Oh dear God, here we go.
All right. Oh boy! All right. How'd y'all enjoy that session?
It was fun.
It was fun.
I loved it.
Yeah, it was fun.
Alrighty. So, I enjoyed role playing Cyrell. I also enjoyed the little dream sequence with Winter, where what was it? Where their grandpa was reaching out to them. It's like, hey buddy, you want to kill your dad?
Not particularly.
You want to kill your dad?
Not particularly.
You sure you don't want to kill your dad?
Not even a little?
Yeah.
Not even a little? You really should think about killing your dad.
Nah, I'm good.
I'll give you 500 platinum if you kill your dad.
I am a person of the cloth. No.
Also, I could walk into a temple of my god and just ask them for some coin, and they'd probably just give it to me.
Right.
Yeah.
Depends on how much coin you ask for.
You're not bribing me.
You sure you don't want to kill your dad?
I am unbribable.
Kill your dad, Winter.
Are you threatening me?
Yes, kill your dad. Do it.
No! That makes me want to do it even less!
Do it. Kill your dad.
Winner.
Kill your dad.
I found this cool stick. If you want to kill your dad, I'll give it to you.
Oh, damn!
Kill your dad or your mom dies.
Joke's on you.
Kill your dad or I'll kill your mom.
Dad or your mother finds out what you did. Even in the afterlife, she'll find out what you did.
Okay.
Also,
That
I
doesn't
just
seem-
want to.
That's not gonna bother me now.
I'm gonna spoiler tag. Cyrell is not a Kitsadria. I figured I should say that. Cyrell, not a Kitsadria.
So it's from the mother's side.
That's what I said.
The other one is responsible.
Well,
Because we're technically long rested, I'm just trying to figure out what spell to pick for my less available spell slot that I can pick.
I enjoyed the session very much, and I hope it didn't sound like I was stalling from me badgering a Scorb.
No.
Y'all are going to Skullport. That's great.
Hey Vod, are you ready to continue guiding us?
Wait till
Depends on what they do as far as their prank goes.
Yeah, right? What gonna happen? Who the fuck knows?
I realized I have two spells that are similar but not the same, And with the effect of one of those spells, if I use a second level spell slot, I don't have to concentrate on it, so I can stack both of those spells and get more damage.
Nice.
Oh boy.
What you got?
Arcane weapon and infuse weapon.
Mm-hmm.
Second level spell slot infuse, then cast arcane, and proceed to start slapping. Or well, I can't. I have guns right now. I don't have my gauntlets. Proceed to start blasting things with 3 different elements.
So then I started blasting.
So anyway,
Yeah,
I
for real.
started blasting.
Because my in this form, my armor weapon does lightning damage.
I have a fucking insane meme, but it's so funny. Oh my god, that's so funny.
Also, since they work on the guns, I realize I can use arcane weapon and infuse weapon on my gauntlets, and then also cast booming blade.
Fucking, you are shooming bladed him. You are. And also, I don't know if y'all knew this, but because I made Scorb do a save from the prompt rolls thing, the indicators was showing failure on Scorb while he was on the player view.
Yep, I saw that.
Yeah, I saw it.
Scorb's not a failure. He's great. I just wanted to. Wanted to say that as a.
Uh-huh.
What do you mean? What do you mean? Okay.
He's great. I love him.
Sure.
Warriors. He fits
Whatever
in.
you say, champ.
I will not have you make fun of my son in this way. All right. YouTube, I think this is a perfect time for us to head out. I hope you enjoyed the session. I hope you enjoyed the lore drop with Winter's dad and Winter by extension.
Winter's dad is a transphobic douche.
Yeah, kinda. Winter's dad is
God,
kind of a
is he hot.
transphobe. No. I feel like no. 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 It is morally reprehensible to find him hot. I lie. He's
Not
still
my
hot.
dad.
He's still hot.
Is that is that the criteria we're going with?
He's not my dad. That automatically makes him hot, I guess.
All right, YouTube. I think that's about it for this session. Have a good one, YouTube.
Bye, YouTube.
Bye, YouTube. We love you. Mwah.